50 Cent has been trolling Diddy ever since he got arrested. But most fans have no idea how serious the beef is. From 50 getting blackballed in the industry to his homies getting killed in the street, Diddy's been around for it all. And today we're breaking down the whole crazy story. Everyone has been seeing 50 take wild shots at Diddy. But their beef goes all the way back. 50 Cent was trying to break into the rap game. Came up in the streets of Queens was active in the trenches. He got into the rap 50's game. 50's mom sold drugs in the street, but she tragically died in a fire. When 50 was just 8 years old, ended up living with his grandparents. And by the time he was 12, he was already moving weight just like his mom. 50 got arrested for drugs and guns a couple of times. And that's when he decided to start back in '96. 50 linked up with Jam Master Jay and was on his way up. A full album that together. Never got released. And then 50 got a deal with Columbia Records. 50 dropped his first record, Power of the Dollar, in 2000. And his name was buzzing in New York off his track. How to Rob was all about 50 rapping about jacking famous rappers. And he name-dropped Diddy on the track and you better recognize nigga. I'm straight from the street. These niggas are starting to look like something to eat. Kim Tell Puff. You want to see her again? Dance your ass down to the nearest ATM. 50 also talks about Robin Jay-Z, Wu-Tang Clan, Fat Joe, and way more in the track Blow Up in the City. And AS heard the track, wanted 50 to go on tour with him. But then 50 got shot up and everything changed. 50 got hit up 9 times and almost died while he was in the hospital. Columbia Records dropped him from the label because of his track Ghetto Koran. Ghetto Koran is allegedly why 50 got shot. Because he name-dropped a dude named Kenneth Supreme allegedly put a bag on 50's head. And when 50 survived the shooting, Supreme told everyone to stop rocking with him. 50 couldn't get anything popping in New York after that. So he went up to Canada and got right back to the grind. In the day. Rappers didn't really put out their own Usually, mixtapes. It was DJs making the tape. But 50 Cent changed all of that. 50 started recording his own tracks, using the hottest beats on the radio, and made his own mixtapes. Everyone was rocking with 50's new music. But a lot of labels were afraid to sign them. 50 was too street. People in New York were paying attention, though. And in 2001, 50 linked up with Diddy and started ghost writing for him. Diddy was dating Jennifer Lopez back then. And she's the one who pushed Diddy into working with 50. Wrote Diddy's verse on the track Let's Get It. And rumors are that flying 50 was gonna sign a deal with Bad Boy Records. But according to 50's homie Tony Yayo, Diddy didn't want to make the deal because of 50's drama was supreme.
For Bad Boy, a lot of people don't know that. We had the meeting, and it was so crazy that Diddy didn't sign him. I know that was one of the biggest mistakes of Bad Boy. And, you know, the Preem situation, and, you know, a lot of people were scared of Preem. 50
was it according to 50 Cent. He never really wanted to work with Diddy. Even when he was trying to get started in the rap game. 50 told the Hollywood Reporter that when he got back to work after the shooting, Diddy was hitting him up to come write verses. 50 didn't want to do it. But his baby mama told him they were needed the money. And that's why 50 started working with Diddy. A lot of people didn't even know 50 Cent had been ghost writing for Diddy. 2002, 50 dropped the track You Not Like Me and rap Post Be Like 50. You so witty on the dick. Like they heard I ghost write for Diddy. You got fat while we start. It's my turn. I don't felt how the shells burn. I still won't learn. That same year, 50 remixed the track Niggas from the Notorious Big and rapped, I run the city and I don't dance around like niggas is giddy to their smack. Silly or spray with the Mac They Millie. Don't want drama really. 50 was taking little shots, but it wasn't real beef yet. And in 2003, 50 won Best Rap Video at the MTV Music Awards. The Club Diddy was the one announcing the winner. And he showed 50 love and dapped him up on stage. A year later, Diddy was celebrating the 10th anniversary of Bad Boy Records. He dropped an album called 10th Anniversary The Hits. Diddy featured 50 and his homie on the track Victory. And Diddy rapped You the Sun Don't Shine Forever. But as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never business before pleasure P. Diddy in the fam who you know do it better. 50 Cent and Diddy were cool. Even though 50 had taken a couple shots they were even linking up in the studio. But then in 2005, everything started to fall apart. And it was all because Fizzy wanted to sign one of Diddy's artists. After the Notorious Big got killed, May stepped up and kept Bad Boy Records from going under. May's first album dropped the year after Biggie died. And debuted at No. One on the pop and Maze had a ton of hit tracks and was carrying the whole Bad Boy label. And in '98, he started his own label, All Out Records. Fans couldn't wait for Maze's next project. And in '99, he dropped his album Double Up and sold over 100K copies in the first week. Maze was one of the hottest rappers in the game. But then he shocked everyone and announced that he was retiring to become a pastor. There's a lot of different rumors why Maze left the rap game. Some people claim Maze was involved with a deadly from named Harlem. Baby Mane, and allegedly started beefing over a woman. Mace's Pop Lottie got involved with the situation too. Pop Lottie was another well-known dude in the street, and Baby Mane allegedly sliced Pop Lottie in the face. Most of the stories just were never confirmed. Pop Lottie and Baby Mane both ended up getting killed. And a lot of people think Mace was running from the beef. But according to other sources, the real reason Mace retired is because he didn't want to be around Diddy anymore. Diddy's the one who put when Mace he was trying to get into the rap Diddy game played him and convinced Mace to sign a bad deal. Mace grew up playing basketball with Cameron. And when Cameron decided to take rap seriously, Mace brought Cam to Biggie instead of Diddy. Mace already had a deal with Diddy. Thought Cam would do the same thing. But Mace said he took Cam to Biggie instead. Because he knew Biggie wouldn't try Diddy to play him. A few years after Mace retired, he decided to come back to the rap game and started rocking with 50 Cent. 50 brought Mace on tour with him. Mace told MTV that 50 Cent were the only ones who reached out to sign them. Diddy said in that interviews he would be cool with Mason in the 50s and label. Everyone thought Mason was about to join 50 even put Mason in the video for his track. And what a lot of people didn't know, 50 was taking shots at Diddy on the track too. Opens up with 50 saying, "The top feels so much better than the bottom. So much better. I thought 50 was talking about taking over the rap game. It was also a shot about Diddy hooking up with dudes. In 2018, 50 confirmed that the line was about Diddy. It was also featured on the soundtrack for 50's movie. Or but their deal never went through cause of Diddy. 50 was ready to spend $1 million out of his bad boy contract. But Diddy tried to play him and ask for $2 million. 50 said Mace wasn't worth with $2 million in his pocket and told DJ Funk that Flex Diddy tried to pull some sucker shit with the deal. What are you looking for that? He said $2 million. I'm like, Mace ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket. Is you crazy? It was clear that Diddy was just trying to play Jimmy 50. Iovine even offered to let 50 all the profits from Mason's next 50 project. Cent was under Jimmy Iovine's label. Records and Interscope will take a lot of money on 50's label. Iovine knew 50 wanted the deal with Diddy to work. Offered to let them keep all the Mace's album made it was a crazy deal. But Diddy still didn't go for it just to mess with 50. After the Mace deal went left, 50 really started beefing with Diddy. Dropped a wild diss on him. Rapped who shot Biggie Smalls. We don't get them, they gonna kill us all, man. Puffy know who hit that nigga. Man, that nigga soft. He scared them boys from the west side. Or break them off, dump on his ass. So we run the Harlem to shake them off. Everyone knows about Diddy's freak-offs now. But 50 was dissing Diddy over all his the way back in 2006. And at the end of the Diddy diss track, he said, "Oh, I guess I won't be invited to the white parties in the Hamptons. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hang out with your punk ass." Then 50 aired Diddy at Over the Main situation and said, "Give me my motherfucking run around this nigga now Mace. You want to play games, don't want to make nigga the deal. Man. I'll fuck your shit up, nigga." 50 has spent a lot of money dragging Mace around to make a deal and with 50 Diddy. Said, "Now you go on and send me $50,000 for this. Travel fees. You know airfare, hotel space for that last turn, nigga. Or I really service your ass, nigga." 50 also sent a shot that at nobody Diddy. Caught for years. At the end of the track, 50 said, "All right, I see what you trying to do. But I don't know why you doing what you trying to do. Why you want to make me tell everybody what Misa told me. Misa Hilton is a stylist and fashion designer on Bad Boy Records. She dated Diddy back when he was still in Internet Uptown Records. And that's how she got started in the industry. Misa Hilton and Diddy were on and while off he was taking over the industry. And according to Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene Deal, Diddy beat Misa so bad that she had to crawl just under a car to get away from him. He beat that woman till she was crawling up under a car. Man. No matter how small she was crawling up under the car, man. Most people had no idea what Diddy was doing to Misa. A video came showing out showing Diddy putting hands on Cassie Ventura. Misa hopped on Instagram that seeing the triggered video. Her own trauma. It's not clear how 50 knew it was going down. But he was already threatening to expose way back Diddy in the day. At that point, it looked like 50 already hated Diddy. But a year later, the whole rap game was shocked. Cause 50 and Diddy performed at Madison Square Garden. I was hosting Screen Fest at the Garden. He was able to get Kanye, 50, Diddy and Jay-Z all on stage at the same time. At one point during the show, Diddy tried to put his arm around 50. And you can tell 50 didn't want Diddy touching him like that. Same year, 50 also featured Diddy and Jay-Z on a remix for his track I Get Money. 50 had just made $100 million off of vitamin water. bought the company out. All the money he made from music 50 was one of the richest dudes in the rap game. Nobody was making more cash than Jay-Z and Diddy at the time. All three of them are featured in Forbes. So they all linked up to flex on the track. Fans were shocked that 50 and Diddy were all on the same track. But in 2024, Broadway All Day hopped on Reddit, explained how it went down. Broadway All Day is a director made the video. The original version of I Get Money. According to Broadway, 50's manager Chris Lighty was working on some huge deals behind the scenes. That involved 50, Jay-Z, and Diddy. 50 agreed to put Jay-Z and Diddy on the track. There was some drama. But the business deals never worked out. In 2024, after Diddy got booked by the feds, 50 Cent went on The Breakfast Club and talked about the track Charlemagne. The guy brought up how people thought 50 wrote Diddy was confessing the crimes. Bo knows, but Diddy did it cars, jewelry, and big homes, yeah. Diddy did it shootouts, coastal beefs, yeah. Diddy did it. But my lawyer's so good that Diddy got acquitted. But 50 Cent told The Breakfast Club, I didn't tell him to say that. 50 said Jay helped him write Diddy's verse. And Jay is the one who wrote those lines. 50 said Diddy knew what he wanted to say. So he told Jay-Z and Jay wrote the bars for him. It's not Jay helped me with that. Jay helped me with that. Jay helped me with that. Jay did that part right there. What you say, it's not clear who really wrote the lines. Because Broadway All Day claimed that 50's White Banks is the one who wrote the track ran up crazy numbers. But it almost didn't come out. More drama behind the scenes. Broadway All Day's girlfriend was given a CD with a bunch of beats on it by a dude who claimed he was a producer. Broadway heard the beats and knew they were hot. He handed the CD with the beats to an A and R at the label. It turned out that the dude who gave to Broadway's girlfriend didn't actually make any of the beats, by the time Broadway found out, 50 had already made the track and was going to shoot the video in a week. They couldn't use a beat without finding the real producer paying them for it, and the track almost fell apart. Broadway knew his career was going to happen, over. So he tracked down the real producer and signed him to the label just in time for the video shoot. When 50 had Diddy on the I Get Money remix, looked like everything was cool and between them. In 2008, 50 Cent crashed an interview Diddy was having with MTV. So he could promote his own show. Were joking around during the interview and said they were friends. But it was clear that there was still some tension. They weren't talking about it. Took some more time before the beef really popped off. Diddy was about to get another reason to hate him. In 2008, Rick Ross was just getting started in the rap game. Got invited to the BT Awards that year and said that he saw 50 Cent at the awards. He didn't like how 50 looked at him. That he doesn't even remember Ross being at the show. Sparked a wild beef. That's still going on today. Rick Ross took shots at 50 on the track. Music and raps, I love to pay your bills. Can't wait to pay your rent. Curtis Jackson, baby mama. I ain't asking for a cent. Burn the house down, you gotta buy another. Don't forget the gas can jealous. Stupid motherfucker at the time. 50 was fighting his baby mama Tompkins to get custody of their son Marky. The house where Shaniqua ended up burning down, and she accused of paying some goons to start the fire. Mr. Jackson, you did think so, yes. I know, so why do you say that? He threatened me on Monday. He threatened me. Look, watch what I'll do. I have someone come kill you. He threatened me. Someone threw something through the window. Is ignited. Couldn't even make it downstairs. To jump out the window. You think he hired someone to do it? I know he's too much of a coward to do anything himself. After Ross took a shot at 50 over the situation. 50 told Ross straight up that he was gonna ruin his life. For fun, I'm deciding to fuck your life up. Rick bro, I'ma fuck your life up. For fun, and that's when 50 started doing everything to destroy Rick Ross's career. 50 exposed Ross working as a corrections officer in Florida. He got into the rap game, started dropping bars about being a drug lord. Photos of Ross working as a CEO Ross tried to claim it was and told all hip-hop that hackers put his face on other people's photos. Knew Ross was lying about this situation, and 50 made it even worse when he dropped the track Ricky and raps fat fuck playing We Fit Nintendo. Have another tattoo, here's another tattoo. Running to my gun soon, have new bullet wounds. Officer Ricky Radio for backup. CS anywhere you know I'm gonna act up. And it's like every other word out your mouth about a bird like you sling cocaine. This shit is absurd, use a rapper. Use a motherfucking rapper. It's a rap, your career is fucking wrapped up. Then 50 took the disrespect to another and dragged level. Diddy and Rick Ross's baby into mama. The beef. 50 linked up with Ross's baby mama, Tia Camp, and did an interview with her about Rick Ross. Tia Camp helped 50 expose Ross for capping in his raps, according to her.
That he will sit there and say he spends $200 a month on food, $300 a month on clothes. His jewelry is rented, possibly not real. His cars are being leased.
Then in the same video, 50 and Tia Kemp exposed Ross for having another kid with a prostitute.
Before you get confused in any way, like Rick also has a baby mother who's currently working as a call girl. He has a daughter by Brooke, right there. Can you see that?
Then 50
brought Diddy into the beef too. Back then, 50 was tight with Floyd Mayweather, so he clowned Ross again and brought Tia and Ross's son to Floyd Mayweather's crib in Las Vegas. Diddy looked like he didn't know what was going on in the video, didn't want to be there. And it turns out there was more going on behind the scenes. In 2010, Diddy and Ross started linking up in the studio, and Diddy became Ross's manager. 50 doesn't rock with anyone who's cool and with Diddy his ops, obviously choosing a side. And he even started a new crew at the Gotti Boys. 50 has always been dissing dudes who lifestyle. One of his first hits was a track Wonksta, and 50 took shots at studio gangsters with bars. You say you a gangster, but you never pop nothing. We say you a wonker, and you need to stop fronting. Everyone knows capping about moving weight in the street, but Diddy has been lying about his ever since he started Bad Boy Records. Diddy is always acting. He grew up in the trenches of Harlem. Diddy's dad was affiliated with a serious drug lord, and a lot of people thought Diddy had street ties too. But Diddy actually grew up in a rich area of New York. Vernon. Diddy wasn't hustling in the streets like 50 when he was a kid. Diddy was going to a private school, playing football and serving as an altar boy. Then after he graduated from the private school, Diddy went to Howard University and majored in business. Diddy and Rick Ross both capping about their lifestyles, and 50 had major issues with both of them. So after Diddy and Ross started rocking with each other, 50 turned up the heat and took more shots in 2010. 50 did a radio interview and called Diddy a bloodsucker and said his music sucks. 50 disrespected Ross in the interview and said Diddy should stop comparing Ross to Biggie Smalls. Diddy didn't respond directly to the interview, but he clapped back at 50 when he named the Supreme Team Cannon Supreme. McGriff is the dude who tried to get 50 in the day. And McGriff's gang was called the Supreme Team. Diddy was obviously taking shots at 50 or Diddy out in again. Another interview, 50 said that Diddy isn't an artist. He doesn't make his own music. You know what's interesting? He's not an artist. He has an album coming out, but he's not an artist. An artist would be someone who actually wrote something maybe on the record. Diddy responded during his speech at the BT Awards post-show and said haters for suckers. If you hated, you a sucker and you assy and your breath stinks. And you know who I'm talking to. You hating as crap 50's biggest issues with Diddy weren't getting aired out yet. In 2010, 50 dissed Diddy for using the Notorious B.I.G.'s for name. Money. Diddy and Jay Electronic are linked up for the track to Christopher Wallace. And 50 started a petition to make Twitter Diddy stop using Biggie's name. 50 also talks about Diddy's speech at the BT Awards called him a bitch. To describe Puffy in one word is a C. You know how Ugly always got like pretty friends. Yeah, to me, built his group. He wanna be the hot in the group. He'll make sure he getting all the attention. That wasn't the end of the story and though. 50 is about to drop a bomb on Diddy. Diddy's downfall all started after his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against him. Claimed that Diddy had been abusing her for years. And the lawsuit made headlines everywhere. Diddy and Cassie settled out of court one day later. The video of Diddy attacking her in the hotel leaked. And that's when everything really kicked off. Cassie didn't file the lawsuit until 2023. But 50 exposed the situation all the way back in 2010. During the interview, 50 said that even after the Mace deal fell apart, he'd still kick it on the phone with Diddy. Someone was sending photos around of Cassie and Ventura. 50 let Diddy know about the situation. Like he called We Should Kick It on the telephone. After the matter of fact that they sent me the girl pictures. Cassie already had news that were leaked. 50 said the photos he saw were worse. Way worse, like penetration pictures, not the...
It's also worse, way worse.
Wow.
Oh, you kidding me up?
Like penetration pictures and...
Nah, come on.
50 was trying to help Diddy and when Cassie he knew that the photos were getting sent around. 50 realized that Cassie never even wanted to take the photos. All Diddy's idea. What's crazy is that the interview didn't even really blow up. Never even heard it. A month later, 50 did another interview and said that he had talked to Diddy. It sound like everything was cool. Years. It looked like the beef was really over. But then in 2012, 50 made a post out of nowhere and exposed Diddy for allegedly hooking up with James Cruz. James Cruz has connections all over the industry. Done business with Diddy and 50 Cent. Nobody knows why 50 exposed him like that. Tony Yeo pretty much confirmed the rumors. He did an interview with Vlad TV. Apparently, 50 and James Cruz got into some kind of fight. 50 yelled at James Cruz and said, "You fucked Diddy." He said James Cruz F Diddy. After that, 50 was trolling Diddy like crazy. 50 posted a photo of Rick Ross where it looked like they're about to kiss. And 50 captioned it, "Good morning, girl. Love is in the air, that Diddy." Rick Ross and French Montana linked up for the track Big Homie. And 50 called it garbage. It was clear that 50 has some beef with Diddy, but he was also using the drama to make more money. Diddy had a deal with Ciroc Vodka and was known for pushing the brand. He went then in 2014. 50 got into the vodka game too and made a deal with F. Deal was huge for 50. And he started making headlines by dissing Diddy. 50 was taking shots at Diddy's homie French Montana 50 posted a photo where it looked like Diddy and French Montana cuddling. And 50 said, "What in the F in vodka world is going on in this picture, man? Something not right, Diddy clown 50." And that he was sending him a lifetime supply of and Ciroc. Then he did 50 again and said that he hopes 50 appreciates the doors for him
you know, I welcome him into the game, you know. It's good to see somebody of my color out there, you know, represented in this field. And, you know, hopefully he appreciates me opening up the
French Montana was recorded shouting out F all the Baca drama was going down. And it was clear that Diddy pressed him about it. A few days later, French Montana shouted out to Rock and dissed I guess 50 don't know me and that's one you. CT right. We don't fuck with that F and block over here. You hear me? French Montana even dumped a bottles in the trash. That's how I feel about your bullshit. What the fuck is this? And then 50 claimed that Diddy assaulted French Montana. Just like he did James Cruz. Yo, I just seen a clip of French Montana bottles of if you in know the garbage. Puffy called him like you fucking said. Like this shit. You fucking bitch. You want your report out. You fucking dummy. You fucking playing. They fucking putting us out you of business. You fucking asshole, you better do something. The beef about the vodka kept on going. But 2018 is when everything really started Diddy popping went off. On Drink Champs and was acting weird the whole Diddy time. Diddy was saying suspicious stuff the entire but the part interview. That went viral was when he told Fabulous that he wanted to party with him for his birthday. Did you miss me though?
For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing with his birthday party.
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We've partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
50
down Diddy over the Fabulous situation. Then he exposed another crazy story about Diddy. Back in 2003, Diddy and 50 were both at Chris Lotta's wedding. Ended up sitting at the same table. At that point, there wasn't any beef. But while there at the wedding, Diddy told 50 that he wanted to take him shopping.
He said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding.
That 50 wasn't comfortable being around Diddy anymore. And in 2024, 50 told The Hollywood Reporter now, "I'm not fucking with this weird energy or 50 weird said shit. That even though I work with Diddy after the wedding, they were never friends and it was all just according business. To 50, Diddy is just a business takes advantage of artists and doesn't actually make anything. Since 50 is a real rapper, respect that. 50's Breakfast Club interview went viral. And Diddy clapped back on the same show. Diddy talked about the shopping story and said he was just being nice. He thought 50 needed some new clothes. 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him to take him shopping. Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. Diddy was throwing shade in the interview. But at the same time, he said there wasn't any beef and claimed that 50 I don't have no beef with. I don't know why with 50 he loves me. He loves me. The situation got quiet for a while. But then in 2021, Diddy made headlines when he started dating 50's baby mama. Daphne Joy and 50 had a son together named Sire in 2012. But the relationship didn't last long. 50 said that he wasn't pressed about it. He only fights with Diddy over business. Women. 50 was obviously heated though. Because then he posted a photo of Sire and said, "That's your mommy over there with Puffy. Remember what I told you the other day? These bitches be crazy." The beef died down after that. But once the video leaked, where Diddy put hands on Cassie Ventura in 50 a hotel, hopped on Twitter and started clowning Diddy after again. All the legal drama with the feds 50's started. Been dissing Diddy like crazy. Diddy couldn't clap back at 50 anymore. So his son Christian, aka King Kong, dropped up and started beefing with King 50. Kong dropped a track, Pick a Side and Raps when all they had was 50 Cent, who put the city on the map. Stop lying, Pop's been hated on by so many men. And nigga, that's fine. They gonna try to stop these and they're gonna die trying. Pull up to the south outside. We locked and we got ties. 50 clown King Combs on Instagram and said he felt so threatened by the things Christian is saying on his record. Afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys. Everyone knows that beefing with 50 is a bad idea. King Combs dissed him, 50 brought up a lawsuit that claimed King Combs sexually assaulted a woman named Grace. King Combs, Diddy, and some other people were on a yacht back in 2022. Omar Khayyam was working on the boat to the lawsuit. King Combs forced Grace to drink tequila that had been spiked so he could assault her on the yacht. Then Meek Mill hopped into the situation and dissed 50 for beefing with Diddy's son. 50 clapped back and dissed Meek Mill for falling off him for the rumors. Then he hooked up with Diddy. Meek Mill got dragged into the situation after a dude named Lil Rod sued Diddy too. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, he said that Diddy was hooking up with a Philadelphia rapper, Nicki Minaj, and it was clear that he was talking about Meek Mill. Meek Mill was freaking out all over social media. And after DJ Academics, while he was streaming, Meek said he couldn't wait to see Academics in person. Then Meek got clowned even more when he started making weird how much he likes hooking up with women. And after Meek dissed 50 over the King Kong situation, 50 started trolling them like crazy and posted a fake video of Diddy in a Rick James music video. Diddy's son isn't the only one in the crew. At 50, a producer named Stevie J has been affiliated with Diddy Bad Boy label since the beginning. Back in the 90s, Bad Boy had a team of producers called the Hitman, and Stevie J was one of them. And after 50 started clowning Diddy for the lawsuit,
Stevie J hopped on Twitter and said he wanted to shoot the fade with 50.
I want to shoot the fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis?
50 obviously wasn't worried about Stevie J, a couple days later, 50 took the trolling to another level when he posted a photo of Diddy's face with Jeffrey Epstein. 50 hasn't been the only dude taking shots, but he's co-signing everyone else's in 2024. Gucci Mane dropped the track Take That and I got a young Miami bitch from the city. I'm spending money like a trip. Number Diddy, I rock pissy yellow diamonds. Number Diddy, but she can't be underage. Number Diddy, extendo with a switch. Number Diddy, folks passing pills like frisbees. There's rumors that Diddy pay some goons to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Cause he was hooking up with Cassie back in the day. Gucci raps about it on Take That. And shot of 50 when he said diamonds dancing on my chest. No Diddy, but I blow a nigga car up like K Cudi's. I'm on the yacht taking shots. Number Diddy pay for top from the thought. Number Diddy, some niggas wanna box me. I'm not 50, but get a nigga as touched like Biggie. Number Diddy, it was a wild track and 50 was loving it. And around the same time, 50 showed love to when Kesha. She dissed Diddy at Coachella. On the track TikTok, Kesha said wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, but at Coachella she changed it and said wake up in the morning like fuck P. Diddy. Diddy's been clowning ever Diddy since the lawsuits came out. And he's even making a documentary about Diddy for 50 has also been saying that Diddy got Tupac killed. And it turns out that Diddy has ties to a dude, one of 50's homies. Jimmy Henchman is one of the most notorious dudes in the rap game who got involved with the rap game in the 90s. And he allegedly set up Tupac when to get shot. In New York, that's the moment that Tupac's war with Biggie in the whole East Coast. And rumors said that Diddy was involved with that too. 50's crew had major beef with Henchman. And Diddy was allegedly there when it went down. It's not clear how it started. But 50's manager Chris got into an argument with Jimmy Henchman. 50 and Diddy were both in the room. According to a witness, Chris Lighty ended up hitting Henchman in the face. Then Diddy jumped in between them. And Jimmy Henchman was managing the game. He was beefing with 50 Cent. But rumors say there's way more to the story. And in 2007, 50's homies, Tony Yeo and Lodi spotted Jimmy Henchman's son on the street. And allegedly put hands on him. When Jimmy Henchman found out what happened, he put a bag on Lodi Mac's head. And in 2009, Lodi Mac was shot and killed in the street. Jimmy Henchman got hit with a life sentence over the situation. Rumors say that Diddy knew about the hit and didn't do anything. According to Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene Deal, Diddy also knew Jimmy Henchman was gonna set Tupac up. So I don't know what happened when people carry guns.
That Jimmy Henchman probably told him, yo, I'm about to teach this nigga Pac a lesson for saying crazy shit and talking shit to me. Because it wasn't supposed to be a shooting. It was only supposed to be a robbery. But you never.
There's no evidence yet that Diddy knew about the hit. or the Tupac
but the
setup.
feds have way more info.
That's gonna be coming out.
And the case is looking so bad
that
for Diddy.
even his lawyers are quitting.
Diddy's lawyer, Anthony Rico,
quit in February 2025 and
under no
said,
circumstances can
to
I
effectively
continue.
serve as counsel for Sean Combs.
Nobody knows why Anthony Rico
but it
is
must
quitting.
be something
Cause
crazy.
Rico's
even defended famous
Anthony
terrorists.
Rico's
most famous
was when he
case.
defended Osama bin Laden in
so
court.
if he's able to work with a dude
And
like
not
that,
Diddy.
there's no telling what's about
During
to come
the
out.
trial,
Nobody knows what's gonna happen next in the
And
Diddy
the
case.
only sure
that
thing
50
is,
Cent is gonna be trolling him
no
the whole
matter
time.
what happens,